Welcome back to Titan Stadium on the campus of CSU Fullerton. JayDe Beaudry alongside Sergio Morales. We are deep in Titan territory tonight, Sergio, as is Long Beach State for the 15-mile rivalry, a game that both teams desperately need to take 3 points from. But that first half, what a half it was. Fast-paced, entertaining, and insanely physical.
Insanely physical indeed, to the point where both of these teams drew 3 yellow cards total over this first 45 minutes. One of them came from Long Beach State. That went to player number 14 for Long Beach State. Additionally, 2 yellow cards were thrown for the Titans. Both of them came from players 21 and players 15, respectively. 21 is Taya Townsell. Number 15 is, Number 15 is Sky Johnson. I'm so sorry, folks. Number 15 is Sky Johnson. So these 3 players have been very aggressive lately, and I don't think that they will not be aggressive in this second half. They're actually going to be even more so given the stats thus far.
Yeah, Ruby Mansour really got all the action started early on with her yellow card. She's number 14. In the 15th minute, she goes into a hard challenge, a high challenge, lucky to escape with just a yellow card. But the physicality really ramped up from there. Long Beach State outshoots Cal State Fullerton. They also outpossess Fullerton. Long Beach State had 2 great chances at goal. One, a header from Natalie Arnold from a corner that goes off the crossbar. The second, a chance from open play that forces a great kick save from Isaac Ranson. This is a Fullerton team, Sergio, that is off to an incredible start to the season, or started the season incredibly, but tailed off. They have just 1 game won in their last 4. Long Beach State, a similar record. They need a win tonight and other results to go their way to have a shot at those Big West Conference championship playoffs. But a long 45 minutes lie ahead, as both these teams are not going to go down without a fight.
And both of these teams also realize what's at stake. As you mentioned, JayDe, there's playoff implications for both of them, but both of these teams, especially if Long Beach State were to win, they are keeping an eye on CSU Bakersfield, who later tonight will take on Hawaii, also trying to get their own playoff implications correctly. So if Long Beach State wins, they need Bakersfield to lose in order to have a better shot at the playoffs. Fullerton, on the other hand, just wants to keep – they have a pretty solid record thus far, but they want to keep that going. Any mistake here – and that could be huge for the playoffs for the Titans.
There's still so many playoff scenarios with just 2 games to go. CSUN and Cal Poly, they've already secured their spots. Fullerton, UC Irvine hanging out just below. And then again, Cal State Bakersfield, as you mentioned, in action in about 45 minutes against Hawaii. That's a game that has huge playoff implications for both Bakersfield and Hawaii. There is a 3-way tie on 10 points in 7th place that Long Beach is a part of between Long Beach State, UC San Diego, and there it is, Hawaii, last year's Big West champions. So much to play for in this second 45 minutes. We are just moments from getting underway at Titan Stadium. 0-0. That breakthrough goal is going to be all important in this second half, as the Titans will attack from right to left, and Long Beach, wearing the all-black, will attack from left to right. The Titans tonight in white tops, orange numbers, navy blue sleeves and shorts, white socks, and then whatever choice of football boots you want, Sergio. Some eclectic choices from both teams tonight. Also, some starters return from that second half. On that front line, Natel El Mockbel, who came into action late on in half number 1, will get the start in half number 2. We'll see how both these teams decide to shuffle their lineups for the second 45.
And Natel El Mockbel, interestingly, did not start the entire 45 minutes in that first half. They waited to deploy her until later on. And, folks, if you've heard that name before, you most likely remember that Natel El Mockbel is one of those key players here for the Long Beach State team, and they're definitely going to need her, as well as other players like Logan Knighty and Kana Yukita, to really step up to bat if Long Beach State is to score this goal. And ladies and gentlemen, it's almost go time again for the Beach from Fullerton. It's go time.
There we go. The penultimate game of the 2025 Big West Conference schedule. The second half now is underway. Fullerton kick off and will immediately look to launch a long ball over the top down the right-hand side. Not going to test Brooklyn Antonucci or Kylie Perez, who were given fits early on, but certainly stepped up to the task. Brooklyn Antonucci was tested early and often and withstood every wave of pressure. Aurora Shuck will play it out to the right-hand side now as Long Beach look to get on the ball. Back and forth we go. Long ball played early on as Long Beach now have to fight for the second ball. The Titans are able to come away with it. Played in field now. Fullerton, their first shot at goal is going to go just over the crossbar. It was played in field to Sale Borzanovic, and it goes beyond the outstretched hand of Aurora Shuck. Did not see too much of that from Fullerton in the first half, but they're looking to get off to a hot start here in half number 2.
And that's the type of aggressiveness that the Titans actually want to be able to see. But in this occasion, not only did the goal go above, Aurora Shuck was always going to be ready to deflect that goal if need be. She happened to jump just at the right time in order to deflect that goal if it were to be the case.
Aurora Shuck, no saves in that first 45 minutes. She's had 3 games this season where she hasn't been forced into a single save. Had to make 5 against the Titans of UC San Diego on Thursday. Neat feet from Kylie Perez along the back line. The center back able to twist and turn away. Plays it down the right-hand side for Natalie Arnold. Back in field now looking for Connie Ukita, who goes down. Referee's going to wave it off as the Titans can come away with it. Looking to play it back to their own back line and now over the top. Willis, a loose first touch as she tried to clear it away on the first time. It'll be a throw-in for Fullerton. 10 yards infield from the midfield line on the left-hand side. Taking the throw-in is Kaya Oltholt, the 5'6" junior defender. Making her 7th straight start tonight. She's played every single minute. Throw-in is going to bounce all the way through, and it's cleared away by Antonucci in the center of the Long Beach defense. A couple headers go high, and now it's back in the Long Beach half, hoofed forward by Willis. Long Beach once again fighting for the second ball. Coming away with it is Candelaria, rocking the bright orange neon boots once again tonight. Candelaria tries to skip past a few defenders, and she's going to go down. Foul is going to be called against Otholt, as Candelaria was tripping and stumbling, trying to get forward. It'll be a free kick for Long Beach State, just inside the midfield line on the right-hand side, right in front of head coach Damian Brown for Fullerton, who is up and pacing in his technical area. Trying to get a word with our fourth officials, him and Mauricio Ingracia. You can see how much both coaches want to win this game tonight. Certainly active here early on. Off the throw-in, it goes to Antonucci. Antonucci forward. Both teams now fighting for the second ball. It's headed down in the direction of Radisson Banks. Still, neither team able to win possession here. Back and forth we go. Eventually, Ruby Mansour, the freshman, who made her first career start tonight for Long Beach State, attempted to come away with it, but Fullerton are able to dispossess her, now playing a ball down the left-hand side. Stepping in front of the ball, though, is Kylie Perez. Plays it back to Aurora Shuck, and Shuck will launch forward into the midfield still. Neither team able to get on top of it until it falls to Ukita just outside the center circle. Now Long Beach State. A few neat short passes. Look to get it forward to Radisson Banks inside the Fullerton half, but only just. Banks back towards goal. Will play it back to the back line. Candelaria now just outside the center circle for Long Beach State. Tries a cross-field ball. Is deflected away. I believe they're going to call handball here. A brief reprieve as both these teams look very unsettled to start this second half, Sergio.
You said handball? We're getting even more physical in this second half. Just what I was explaining earlier in the day, folks, earlier in this broadcast, with 3 yellow cards already out and we already have a handball. This has definitely been a game of physicality. I'm just making sure no one trips because them yellow cards have been flying.
Yellow cards have been flying, as have the fouls. In that first half, Beach committed 6 fouls. The Titans committed 6 fouls. 9 between them. Long Beach State, the second cleanest team in the Big West coming into tonight. They simply do not like to commit a lot of fouls, but when they are faced with a physical opponent, they are not going to shy away from contact. Saw a few of the aggressors in the Long Beach State midfield get active late on in that first half, and that has certainly carried on over into half number 2. As a long ball forward is going to look for Radisson Banks. Banks cannot rise high as to head it. It's going to go out of bounds for a Long Beach State throw, 35 yards from goal. Banks looks to take it quickly infield to El Mockbell. El Mockbell back to Banks. Banks further infield to White, who touches it on to El Mockbell outside the 18-yard box. El Mockbell dancing. Will look to play it back to Banks near the left-hand corner flag. Banks across into the box, headed away only as far as El Mockbell. Still inside the 18. El Mockbell fighting for it. 3 white shirts around her. Cannot get a shot away at goal. Amira White comes to clean up the mess, and White will play it back to Ruby Mansour. Mansour now across into the 18-yard box. Arnold rises to head it, but the Titans are able to get it all the way back into the arms of Isaac Ranson. Ranson was kept busy in that first half. 2 saves, including an incredible kick save that denied Long Beach State's best scoring opportunity. As now the Titans can come the other way down the left-hand side. Perez is going to have to give chase, and breaking forward are the Titans. It's Cruz into the 18-yard box. Cruz muscled off the ball by Perez. Cruz goes down. What's the call? Goal kick. Dangerous play there from Kylie Perez, Sergio, as Cruz had beaten her around the outside. And instead, it's going to be a goal kick as Cruz had just run out of real estate.
We're starting to see dangerous plays from Long Beach State from not just Kylie Perez, but earlier we also saw them from Natal El Mockbell. So Long Beach State desperately trying to get even more aggressive, but it is not working for them with these 2 majorly aggressive plays, and we have a third now.
Off the goal kick, they get it to the outside on the right-hand side. I believe that's for Ruby Mansour, and Mansour is laid flat on her back now. She was flattened going forward. Excuse me. That's Natalie Arnold. Arnold had gone forward, taking it from the goal kick, and was flattened. That time it was Sale Borzanovic who was bearing down on her. The physicality is going to force Mauricio Ingracia to have a word with our head official. Ingracia does not like what he's seeing, as Long Beach State have won a free kick inside their own half, just 10 yards infield from the midfield line, right in front of Ingracia's technical area on the right-hand side. So it'll be Willis over to take it. Worzanovic, 3 goals this season, had a brace against New Mexico State and 1 goal in that Big West Conference opener against UC Riverside. 53 career appearances, making her 32nd career start tonight for the Titans. Off the free kick, it's played down the line to Arnold, who gets it forward to White. White looks infield to Banks just outside the 18, but Banks can't control it on her first touch, and the Titans look to come the other way. A few long balls bounce back and forth, and still at the feet of the Fullerton attack. On the left-hand side, here come Fullerton again. A loose first touch, though, is going to send it into the Long Beach bench. It was Kea Olthold, who tonight, Sergio, has found herself in some seriously advanced positions. Could not control it that time, and it'll be a throw-in for Long Beach. They get it in quickly to Banks. Banks back in field to Amira White, and Amira White throws a shoulder, no foul called. Long Beach State unafraid to get physical themselves. Play continues as tearing herself from the pitch was Cameron Cruz. Cruz looks to be okay. This has been an incredibly physical game. Through 52 minutes now, still 0-0 between both teams as White has it in the midfield. Dancing will play it back to Yukita. Yukita still playing that central midfield role. She's gone further and further forward as the season has gone on, and looks like, Sergio, in the second half she's going to continue to play in that midfield role.
That midfield role is definitely going to be crucial in order to send the ball over to the opposing side right now. Long Beach State has really struggled as of these first few minutes of this second half to really get the ball on their opposing side, on Fullerton's side. Fullerton has absolutely not only dominated the ball, they've been dominating in territory as well. And unless that midfield really steps up to bat, this is going to continue to be an issue tonight.
You see the attacking stats from that first half. Long Beach State had the majority of the possession inside the Fullerton half, but not inside the Fullerton defensive third. So most of this game has been played in the midfield, and it's been quite physical. That's the rivalry atmosphere we are talking about. Long Beach State has not beaten Fullerton since 2022. They've lost the last 2 meetings, including a 3-0 defeat at George Allen Field last season. As a long ball over the top is going to force Perez to come out of her central defensive role and clear it away. It'll be a throw-in for Fullerton. 20 yards from goal on the left-hand side. See how many white shirts they're going to commit forward for this one. Throw-in goes infield briefly, and a loose first touch gets Yukita a chance to come over and clean it up. That time they were aiming for Isabella Cruz. Cruz in that first half got on the ball quite a bit. Was unable to put a shot on goal, but has returned with some fire in her belly for this second half. Throw-in is going to be a long one this time inside the 18, headed away by the first woman. Natalie Arnold there, out to Amira White, and White will send it right back. So a third consecutive throw-in coming for Fullerton. They look to pile on the pressure here and pin Long Beach State back inside their own 18-yard box. It's going to be a throw-in coming in from the left-hand side. Searching forward inside the box is Fullerton, and a loose first touch on the return pass is going to give it right back to Long Beach State. So ball's been in this corner now, Sergio, for over a minute, as neither team is able to possess it and put together more than 2 passes. It'll be Arnold to take this next throw. Arnold back to Zoe Willis. Willis, the iron woman of this Long Beach State team, Sergio. She's played all but 3 minutes so far this season. She's played every minute so far tonight. She's been physical. Fullerton has switched the point of attack a few times to force Willis into a few quick decisions. But Willis, as she usually always is, Sergio, has been up to the task. Now Cruz for Fullerton looks to play a ball down the line. It'll go out of bounds for a goal kick. Something Fullerton have struggled with all night long, really, Sergio, is connecting those final few passes. They have not been able to put 2 and 2 together in the attacking third, and we see it right there again from a very talented redshirt junior midfielder, Cameron Cruz, who already this season has 6 goals and an assist to her name.
Well, how about this? The shots by period have just come out. The Beach has 9 throughout the first half. The Fullerton team, however, only has 2. So you really start to see just how much Fullerton has really struggled to connect those final necessary shots in order to make it to the goal, as you mentioned, with just 2 shots by period in that first half.
Yeah, Fullerton unable to test Aurora Shuck, who once again has not been forced to make a single save. Both those shots were well over the crossbar, and we saw it once again early on in this second half. This is a Fullerton team that had a historic start to the 2025 season. They began the non-conference schedule with a 0-0 draw against Cal as they look forward once again coming down the left-hand side. Following that 0-0 draw, Sergio, they ripped off 7 straight wins, 6 shutouts. They went undefeated in non-conference play for the first time in program history. And when conference play began, they began with a 0-0 draw once again against CSUN. And as the schedules rolled on, that looks more and more impressive as a standalone result. After that draw, they were able to stack a few wins again over UCR, Hawaii, and UC Davis. After those 3 straight wins, they were nationally ranked number 21 and the best team in the West region by the United Soccer Coaches poll. It was their first national ranking since 2015. But after that high peak, they fell right back down into a valley. A rocky road trip, a loss to UC Santa Barbara, and a 2-0 loss to Cal Poly. The only team to put 2 goals past this Fullerton team this season was followed recently by a 1-0 win over UC San Diego, and then on Thursday in the OC Derby, a 0-0 draw between UC Irvine.
One of those teams that is really just struggling to find their footing, and now more than ever they need it if they want to make it to the 2025 tournament playoffs. For context, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned at the beginning, this matchup, the results of today's matchup will have either Fullerton or Long Beach, or maybe even both, looking at Bakersfield versus Hawaii. Bakersfield also looking to make it to the playoffs.
Some big matches happening in and around the Big West tonight. As the season rolls on, results just seem to be falling Long Beach State's way, but they have not been able to capitalize. Some frustrating results at home, a 1-0 loss to Cal Poly, a 1-1 draw against UC Irvine as El Mockbell throws a shoulder inside the Fullerton attacking third. Ball was bouncing around in the midfield, and El Mockbell head-to-head with Cassandra Rios, and Rios goes down. Physicality has stepped up a level. One more point here about Long Beach State, Sergio. They just have not been able to score goals. That 0-0 draw on Thursday against UC San Diego was so frustrating for so many reasons. We saw that frustration personified late on in the game when Long Beach State had the Tritons under pressure but simply could not break them down, could not find that final pass. They will certainly not want to have a repeat of their fortunes here tonight, as in this 15-mile rivalry, both teams have extended themselves extensively through that opening 45 minutes. But so far, as we approach the 60th minute in this second half, we're still tied 0-0. Ball played forward for Cruz. Another hard collision along the back line. Antonucci's able to stay on her feet, and Cameron Cruz comes away with it. Now Cruz, a long shot towards goal, safely into the arms of Aurora Shuck. But that shot seemed to be a attempt to get the referee to blow the play dead. Instead, following that shot at goal, referee's going to call for a free kick for Fullerton, the first dangerous set piece for the Titans here in this second half.
And arguably one of the first pieces of aggressive play towards goal that we've seen all, not just all evening, excuse me, but in the second half for sure. As we see a lot of midfield play, we saw a lot of plays towards the corner, but no plays like this one up until just now, 58 minutes into the game.
So it'll be a free kick, and the referee is still trying to put down the shaving cream for the Long Beach wall. There's going to be 4 in the wall directly for Long Beach. This is a centrally taken free kick. 2 Fullerton players stand over it. Isabella Cruz is one of them. And on the other side, Sienna Pimentel. We're going to see who decides to take this one, as now another yellow card has been brandished to Damian Brown. The Fullerton head coach was shouting at the head official. He was not happy with how this set piece was going to be set up. And now Brown needs to be careful. He might get sent off here. Still in heavy discussion with our head official, and he escapes with just a yellow card, Sergio. That's just the environment we're in right now inside Titan Stadium. Nerves are at an all-time high.
Even the head coach is getting yellow cards out here, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't nobody safe from the yellow cards this afternoon, and the fans are just flabbergasted. You should have heard their reactions. They were booing, they were jeering, not towards the head coach, but towards the ref.
And here comes the free kick, low in towards goal. It's going to flash beyond the right post, and Aurora Shuck will see it out. So off that set piece, Sergio, and off some chaos on the touchline, it's Fullerton who were able to muster another shot, but still, they're unable to test Aurora Shuck. Shuck wearing that highlighter orange goalkeeper's uniform tonight, as Long Beach State will make a change. Out goes Natel El Mockbell for the moment. Going to see if that's possibly the end of her night or just a brief reprieve. Back in Malaya Johnson, the sophomore who started tonight, her second consecutive start of the season. El Mockbell will head to the bench. On comes Johnson to offer some attacking dynamism on that left-hand side. She'll play on the left wing. Long Beach looks to send a long ball forward, but it's blocked off, and instead they'll take a throw in 35 yards from goal on the left-hand side. This is a Long Beach State team that, as we mentioned, has struggled to score goals, but has also struggled to capitalize on their momentum and pin teams back. We've seen it so far in the second half as another stoppage is called for. Radisson Banks is going to be called for a hard foul. A high boot is going to go against her. So the longer these stoppages go on, Sergio, the more Long Beach State is going to struggle to build that momentum that is so crucial. You wonder just, with all these goals drying up and with all the struggles late in the season, how much a 0-0 result now breaking into the 60th minute is going to affect their momentum for this final half an hour.
Momentum is going to be absolutely key in these next 30 minutes, as you mentioned, and it's all coming down to some. Now I think I'm starting to look at maybe substitutions and all that. Malaya Johnson has just subbed in for who was it again?
For Natel El Mockbell.
For Natel El Mockbell. I'm so sorry, man. So Malaya Johnson in for Natel El Mockbell. Previously, she's also been a substitute for Radisson Banks. substituting in at the 33rd minute at UCR and 38th minute versus Nevada. So thus far, I'm starting to think that substitutions are going to be key to get this momentum going.
Absolutely. Johnson looking to be the catalyst as Long Beach State defends the free kick well. They're able to send it away and towards midfield, looking to regain their shape now as a pass goes back to the right back Arnold. Arnold to Ukita. Ukita back to Arnold. They're playing pitch and catch now as Ukita looks to come down the sideline. Ukita goes down heavily. No foul called as Fullerton are able to win the ball back. They try to send it forward, but Perez cuts it out. Perez now looks down the line for that substitute you were just talking about. Sergio Johnson takes her time on the ball, now feeds in Banks. Infield, Banks tries to let it run, but it's cleared away instead. Out to the midfield now. Fullerton looked to come forward. Clipped down the line and cut out. Looking for an option there was Otholt. Instead, she met Jordan Candelaria's left foot. Candelaria sends it to the back line, and Long Beach switched the point of attack from right to left. Long ball forward from Zoe Willis was looking for Radisson Banks, but that's a connection that has not found its feet since the opening game of the season. Willis's single assist so far this year was to Banks against Hawaii on opening night on a similar ball as now Fullerton looked to come the other way. Long Beach recovered so quickly that Fullerton are forced to pin the ball back, and now with black shirts behind the ball, it's on the right-hand side just outside the box. Twisting, turning, looking for a shot is Amisa Senna. It's fed back across the 18-yard box. Nobody there. Top of the box was empty. No white or black shirts around. As now Othel comes down the left-hand side. White forces her into an awkward cross, and it's cleared away. It was low, right into the feet of Natalie Arnold. So it'll be a throw-in for Fullerton. 61 minutes gone as Fullerton will now ready a double change. This double change for Fullerton will see some fresh legs enter the pitch. Among them, Kai Lily Penn will come in, and off goes Sal Bozanovic, who we did not get to call too much in this second half. Started this game, but now exits with the warm-up penny in her hands and on her head as she heads to the bench. So a frustrating night for both these teams as the time ticks further towards 90 minutes. Off the throw-in, Malaya Johnson is fouled, and it'll be a free kick for Long Beach State. Sergio, physicality is something that certainly has not tapered off into the second half.
And indeed it hasn't. And we just saw one of the players who had just got subbed out. That was Kaya Othel. She really was turning on the aggression, making moves left, right, and center, and even crashing into some of the Long Beach State players. One of them was Kana Yukita. But everyone able to get back up safely. So that's the important thing. But no doubt about it, this aggression has not slowed down.
As we approach the 63rd minute now, 0-0 between both these teams. Long Beach State and Fullerton have not been able to carve out a solid chance in the last 15 minutes of this second half. As now a long ball is going to be played forward and centrally. Arnold's going to rise to head it. Arnold will also look to win the second ball. Instead, she leaves it for White. 35 yards from goal. Yukita, right-hand side, across the center of the pitch to Candelaria. Candelaria infield for Banks. Banks just outside the 18 on the left-hand side. Banks twisting, turning. Now cutting past her defender. Here goes Radisson Banks. Shot towards goal. Saved by Ranson. And not just saved, claimed with two hands for safety. Isaac Ranson, another great claim in the goal mouth to deny Radisson Banks.
And if you're Isaac Ranson, you're probably thinking one thing. It's all in the wrist, everybody. That's what Isaac Ranson is probably thinking to himself right about now. For any Tron fans in the house, that's a quote from the movie. And Ranson made that save effortlessly. That's why we bring it up.
And now, second ball is won just outside the 18 by Johnson. Johnson further on to Banks inside the 18-yard box, left-hand side. Banks looks to skip past her defender again. This time the ball is cut out and cut out well. Taya Townsell, the one making the interception and now coming away with it. The right back plays it back in field. Radisson Banks, she's run at 100 miles an hour now for 63 minutes, and she's got her hands on her hips as Long Beach have won the ball back, and she's going to need to recover and get back on sides. Here comes Yukita in the midfield, playing it forward for Malaya Johnson, but it's cut out instead by the Titans to the left-hand side. Long ball looking over the top. Penn is going to give chase. Here goes Perez. She's going to get there first. Tries to see it out for a corner instead. Penn's going to win the ball back and skip past one inside the 18. Shot's going to come towards goal. Shuck sees it over the bar. Aurora Shuck had to raise an arm, but that shot once again could not be on frame for the Titans. That's their best attacking opportunity of this second half so far. And Kai Lily Penn nearly makes Long Beach State pay the ultimate price with that opening goal.
The fans really were just electric there for that little bit of a moment there. Fullerton, this might have been their biggest hopeful moment for this entire afternoon thus far, and really one of the scariest shots on goal that we've seen all afternoon long.
Certainly scary for Aurora Shuck, who still, we should mention, has not been forced to make a save, but has seen a few shots blaze over her crossbar tonight. The goal kick goes into the midfield. Yukita wins the second ball, hoofs it forward down the Right-hand side, Yukita has it sent right back in her direction and will now look forward. Fullerton looking to come away with the ball. Yukita steps in strongly again. Pinball in the midfield. We've also seen a much more controlled game in this second half. Both teams looking to possess the ball further. Now here's Fullerton feeding it centrally, looking for Penn once again. Instead they find Perez, who hoofs it away. Candelaria further forward is going to cross midfield. They're looking for Johnson instead. Johnson's going to have to try to win the second ball off the header. So much physicality along that back line as now Penn is on the run again. Instead, Willis is going to cut in front of that long ball and send it out for a Fullerton throw. Lily Penn has really come on and changed this game in the second half. Penn will go out to take the throw in as well. Now Penn will leave it instead. Titans, though, Sergio, certainly threatening here through 65 minutes, still searching for that all-important opening goal.
These past 20 minutes have definitely been played way more often on Long Beach State's side of the field, and Fullerton has been in absolute control as we see another kick out. Let's briefly talk about Kaya Lily Penn. I think that she's definitely one of those players that we want to keep an eye on for this goal. She's had 1 goal and 1 assist in 2025. One of them was against Hawaii, you know, a team that's about to play against Bakersfield here for playoff implications.
And now Long Beach is able to hoof the ball forward. Johnson might have gotten away with a foul, and now she needs to skip past her defender. She does. Here goes Malaya Johnson down the right-hand side. Has Banks centrally in support. Tries to find Banks. The pass is behind her, so Banks needs to let it run. It's going to run all the way through, but a misplaced pass. Lopez is lurking at the back post. Lopez across the face of goal, claimed by Ranson in the goal mouth. An error along the Titans' back line sees it fall all the way to Julie Lopez, and Lopez nearly makes the Titans pay. 2 golden chances in the last 2 minutes, Sergio. And we're still at 0-0. Isaac Ranson certainly being kept busy in this second half. Another strong claim, but Ranson's positioning once again puts the Titans in a great position as Long Beach State has gotten a free kick now inside the center circle, inside the Fullerton half. Perez will launch it forward, left-hand side. Giving chase is Ruby Mansour, the freshman. Mansour fighting for the ball. Instead, it's going to be cleared back in the direction of the Long Beach State half. Antonucci is way far forward. Off the second ball, both teams fighting for possession. Fullerton able to come away with it. A neat 1-2 down the right-hand side, but a loose touch. Sees it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Long Beach State. Left-hand side of the attack, Antonucci to take it right at midfield. Throw-in comes in, infield to Banks. Banks 35 yards from goal. Right over her defender. Beautiful move from Madison Banks. Finds Amira White. White, further infield, Johnson. Twisting, looking for options. Instead, we'll play it back to Lopez, the holding midfielder. First half substitute. Looks to her right for Candelaria. Candelaria back to Lopez, right-hand side. Lopez cross to the back post. Madison Banks is there, and Ranson has to come and claim it. Isaac Ranson again looks for the high claim and plays it out quickly, looking for Penn inside the Long Beach half. Penn wins the header, but the second ball is fought for and cleared away eventually by Antonucci. Long ball to the extreme for both teams now. As Amira White fights for possession inside the Fullerton half, 35 yards from goal. The Titans come away with it. Now inside the center circle, Lopez puts in a hard challenge on Cameron Cruz. Cruz to her right-hand side, can't find a passing option, and Long Beach State wins another throw-in. Long Beach State has come into a hostile environment tonight, Sergio, and certainly controlled the momentum, especially in this second half. Still looking for that all-important opening goal. Madison Banks skips past one defender, fights off a foul, stays on her feet. Will now play it back to the throw-in taker. Mansour, left-hand side. Dancing towards the end line. Mansour skips past her defender. Will now launch across, low, across the 18, to the top of the box. Lopez waiting for it. Has a chance to shoot. Lopez shot towards goal. Claimed by Ranson in the goal mouth. Once again, Julie Lopez finds herself with just an inch of space. And Ranson in the perfect place to claim it. Down the left-hand side, they're looking for Penn once again. Instead, Yukita steps in front of it. Long Beach State first to every ball at the moment. 68.5 minutes gone here at Titan Stadium. Only 3 points will do for Long Beach State. The pressure at an all-time high for this Fullerton team. And Sergio is a Long Beach State side that certainly looks the more likely of the two to score this first goal.
Indeed. I have a feeling that Isaac Ranson over there, he really finds himself in a bit of a kerfuffle. This Fullerton team is really starting to crack a little bit when it comes to defending the ball, and they're giving Long Beach State all these opportunities, and we just saw 2 of them, and both of them were saved by Isaac Ranson, so he really has literally his hands full in the second half.
Ranson, the all-time leader in shutouts, saves, minutes played, career save percentage, goals against average, and single-season save percentage, showing off once again tonight. Here's a through ball to Johnson inside the 18. Johnson will have a shot at goal, but instead it's cleared away. Incredible sliding challenge comes in. They're going to say that Johnson hit it off the side of her own foot. No protests from the Long Beach State bench. And once again, Long Beach just able to find an inch of space inside the back line, that time catching JayDe Perez just a bit off balance. Perez having to drop back defensively for this Fullerton team as Long Beach State will make another change.
So let's talk briefly about that play. JayDe Perez was literally racing up against Julie Perez, and she literally slid down almost like what you would see in a football game, not a soccer game, but a football game. This is the kind of play that Fullerton is desperately in need of, so JayDe Perez can definitely be credited with that save.
It's going to be a Fullerton throw. Ball's fed forward now. Change comes in for Long Beach State. Out goes Ruby Mansour. Back in Natel El Mokbel. So the freshman swap places on the left wing. El Mokbel, we mentioned 2 goals this season, both game winners for Long Beach State. One in that season opener against Hawaii, the second in a non-conference game against New Mexico State, where Long Beach State were down to 10 women after a Sherry Cox red card in the 13th minute. So El Mokbel looking to make the difference once again today. The goals have dried up. She's been frustrated. It's been a tough freshman season for the Canadian. We know she has so much talent in those boots as another change comes in for Fullerton. Entering the pitch is Sienna Pimentel making her return. Fullerton looking for some more attacking dynamism of their own. Crowd going crazy here as the Spirit Squad is rallying them up. Some orange and blue pom-poms visible in the stands off the throw-in. An errant header backwards is going to find the feet of Banks. About 20 yards from goal. Banks tries to get around her defender, and now across into the 18-yard box. It's going to fall to Johnson. Johnson fakes the shot. Will now take it away back towards her own goal to Banks. Banks still looking for a crossing option towards the end line. On the right-hand side, she's going to win a corner. Radisson Banks tries to send in a cross, and it's blocked off once again by JayDe Perez. So Long Beach State, they've been dangerous on corners all season long, Sergio. You can imagine they're going to pack the box right here, right now.
They're going to pack it up because they know they're starting to figure out that JayDe Perez is very good, as we're starting to find out 2 consecutive saves, and both of them in the same spot. So same spot, same place, right time for JayDe Perez, the bottom right corner of the field.
Here comes Amira White, 2 hands raised into the center of the mixer. El Mokbel raised to head it. It's going to bounce inside the 18, cleared away only as far as Candelaria. Top of the box, Candelaria, first time volley towards goal, claimed by Ranson. Another shot at goal from outside the box is claimed by Isaac Ranson, straight with 2 hands into the chest. And it's played out quickly once again. The Titans trying to catch Long Beach State sleeping, but this is a Long Beach team that so far tonight has been incredibly disciplined through 72 minutes. Still 0-0. As the ball goes out of play, it'll be a throw-in for Long Beach State, 35 yards infield in their own half on the left-hand side.
Let's talk briefly about Isaac Ranson here, because it's now thrice in the past 10 minutes that Isaac Ranson has had to save a play from Long Beach State. In the first half, the Titans had 2 saves throughout the entire period. And just like that, oh, here we go.
Offside flag goes up. Sorry to interrupt, Sergio.
You're good.
Kylie Penn had made the run inside, had cut right inside Kylie Perez that time, but the offside flag goes up. We've seen a high line as well from Long Beach State, keeping Aurora Shuck safe, but Ranson, as you mentioned, has already had an incredible night, has denied a few Long Beach State attacks. Just the positioning is always inch perfect from Ranson, one of the best goalkeepers, not just in the Big West, but in the country, full stop. Ranson has had now 4 seasons as a starter, the redshirt senior, once again tonight, proving to be all the difference for this Fullerton team.
Indeed, all the differences. Like I said, 2 saves in that first half, 3 in the first 25 or 26 minutes of this entire second half. So Ranson literally with his hands full still.
El Mokbel, Megs the defender, now goes down. Hard challenge comes in, but El Mokbel isn't going to get the reprieve of the referee's whistle. Now another challenge comes in, and Long Beach State will have won a free kick. Taken quickly by Candelaria to the left-hand side. Radisson Banks looks for a crossing option, cuts back in field. Banks still on her feet. Challenge comes in, it's going to fall to the corner flag. Banks in swinging delivery. Ranson comes out to claim. 2 black shirts in the area, and Ranson will play it out quickly once again, blasting it beyond midfield. Kylie Penn is going to give chase and get on the end of this ball. It's a 2-on-3. Fullerton tried to break forward. This game wide open at the moment, Sergio. And a sliding challenge comes in from Brooklyn Antonucci just outside the 18-yard box. Fullerton were streaming forward, and Antonucci, for the first time really in the second half, truly tested by this Titans attack.
Indeed, and we're starting to see at this point the can of worms that has been this game is wide open, and there's a goal!
Not so fast.
Not so fast.
Not so fast, Sergio.
Fullerton was getting ready to sing Viva la Vida Loca, but they're going to have to hold off on that one for a little bit as we saw a foul.
They're going to call offside. You're initially correct, Sergio. Kylie Penn had found herself loose inside the 18-yard box, tapped it home beyond Aurora Shuck. We're going to see a replay come across our screens right now. That is such a close call to make. We believe the play is under review. Radisson Banks is sprinting over towards the official, but she's not going to engage. This is going to be a very close call off the throw-in. Fullerton were able to get it quickly down the right-hand side. Every player on the pitch is waiting for the replay to come across the big board. We've already seen it. We know this is not going to be an easy call to make. Kyle Lily Penn, 1 goal, 1 assist this season. You mentioned her goal against Hawaii, Sergio. This ball is played, like we said, down the right-hand side. Penn might have made that run a second too early. And this is going to be an extended review here. A crucial call coming in the 75th minute as both teams are going to retire to their benches. What a huge moment here in this second half. We're going to see how long it takes for our officials to sort this one out. Sergio, what's your take on this one?
Well, I'm starting to think that we might have just seen what could be a game-defining moment if Kaya Lily Penn indeed this goal is valid for her. Now, mind you, she's had 1 goal and 1 assist in 2025. If this goal is good, it's going to go up to 2 goals. And I mean, this is one of those plays that is just absolutely crucial for this team. So Kaya Lily Penn, we know that she's capable of scoring goals. The question is, did she score this one?
Both teams are going to return to the pitch now. Both 11s are going to take their place on the field as Long Beach is readying a double change. Fullerton readying a change of their own. So no matter what the call is, we are set up for a frantic final 15 minutes here in Fullerton. The Titans looking for a win. The Beach looking for 3 points as well. And the call is in. Offsides, no goal for Fullerton. A confident hand raised by our head official, Magic Berenji. And you can hear the boos radiating around Titan Stadium. None of the fans in attendance tonight are going to be happy with that call, but Sergio, it certainly looks like the right one right now.
They've indeed the right goal, the right call to make. That goal is no good for Kaya Lily Penn. So what initially looked like it was going to be the game-defining moment, instead, it's just going to amp up this pressure cooker that has been this game still 0-0.
Here comes the goal kick from Aurora Shuck. Official still has his hand raised in the air, letting everybody know that goal was offsides. Long Beach State possesses, now looks to feed in Malaya Johnson, right-hand side, just outside the 18-yard box. Johnson, shoulder to shoulder with her defender, will now have to pull it back towards goal. Plays it back to Yukita. First time cross is low, across the top of the 18-yard box and cleared away heavily. Zoe Willis is going to go head-to-head with Kyle Lily Penn. Penn goes down. Willis fighting for the ball, now has to send it out in the direction of the substitutes, still yet to come on for both teams. And now here come the subs. Tyler Moody will come on and replace. It looks like, who is that, Sergio?
That would be Julie Lopez. She is out. Ruby Mansour, the freshman, is in.
There we go. Long Beach State makes 2 changes as well. Natalie Arnold also re-enters the fray. We'll get you that Fullerton change in just a moment. But off the throw-in, taken quickly. Fullerton come forward. It's cleared away along the back line. Night has fallen here in Fullerton. It was a cool 65 degrees at halftime. It's certainly gotten colder. Every fan still firmly seated in the stands. Long Beach State has the ball in the midfield just outside the center circle. Amira White goes down. Another foul is called. It's been such a physical second half. We keep saying it because we keep seeing it. Long Beach State will have a free kick now just outside the center circle on the left-hand side. Antonucci takes it quickly. Stabbed back in field for Amira White. Off the 1-2. White looking forward towards the back post. Making the run is Arnold. It's going to fall all the way through. Arnold near the end line. First time cross back into the mix. El Mockbell is there. Shoves down her defender. No foul called. It's going to go into the arms of Ranson. El Mockbell lying in wait. Ranson plays it out quickly, and now Long Beach State has been stretched in the midfield. Moody looking forward. It's going to be blocked off instead by Candelaria. Tyler Moody, no goals or assists in her Fullerton career. This is her senior season. Got the opportunity to play for Fiji, her mother's nation, in the U20 Women's World Cup in 2024. Played 90 minutes against Brazil and France and Canada. Some hefty losses for Fiji, but an immeasurable experience for Tyler Moody. She missed time from this Fullerton team, but certainly worth it. She saw a few minutes in the first half and is now returning for action in the second. As the clock ticks towards the 77th minute, throw-in's going to come in for Long Beach State. Right in front of their own technical area, Banks is dispossessed, and here come Fullerton looking for a long ball over the top. They were trying to feed in Cruz, who was stuck right inside that high line, Sergio, we've been talking about all night long for Long Beach State. Brooklyn Antonucci sees it safely into the arms of Aurora Shuck.
Aurora Shuck really hasn't had much of a challenge as of this afternoon, but she's still there when it matters most, and this is one of those times where it really will matter, as we're starting to see a bit of momentum swing towards Fullerton's side of the field, especially after what ended up being a failed goal.
Isabella Contreras feeds it forward, and Fullerton can now come on the left-hand side. Cruz, Isabella Cruz, her shot blocked off. No, it's going to go off the side of her foot instead. That shot curved wildly away from goal. An outswinging shot, and Aurora Shuck will be happy to see it go out of bounds for another goal kick.
And somebody check in on that photographer that happened to be there directly in the ball's path. This dude literally just went way back, almost lying down briefly. Don't worry, nobody got hit, but it was still funny to watch and worth noting.
And now El Mockbell is going to be substituted off. In comes Kaylee Supa, number 19 for Long Beach State. Supa will enter what we can imagine are the final 13 minutes of this game. Supa also searching for another goal this season.
She's had 4 throughout this entire, 3 this season, 4 overall. She is from Woodland Hills, California. The forward, 5'6", Kaylee Supa is definitely going to be someone to keep an eye on this afternoon in these last, 13 minutes of game time.
Kaylee Supa is also an aerial threat for Long Beach State as Radisson Banks goes down. Banks has been on the wrong end of some hard challenges from Isabella Contreras all night long. There's another one. Free kick for Long Beach State coming just inside their own half. It'll be played across the midfield line for Candelaria. Candelaria, right side, Banks. Banks looking for options. We'll play it down the line for Arnold. Arnold giving chase, but there's too much mustard on the ball. And Radisson Banks gives a few claps and a few apology waves to Natalie Arnold. Didn't have too many options there, Sergio. Long Beach State, as much as they need these 3 points, are not committing too many numbers to the top of the Fullerton box, as we've seen already tonight how quickly the Titans can launch a counterattack. Out of bounds, the ball goes inside the Long Beach half. Just over 10 minutes to go here in the 15-mile rivalry. Throw-in comes down the line, looking for Johnson, who has switched over from the right to the left-hand side. Johnson unable to come away with it. Instead, it'll be a Titans throw going the other way. Down the sideline, both teams fighting for possession. Mansour still in the pitch late on in this second half. He's going to block off the initial ball, and the referee is going to call it back for, I believe, once again, handball against Ruby Mansour. Both these teams, Sergio, staring down a 0-0 draw that doesn't benefit either one of them. How can either team turn the tide here inside these final 10 minutes?
They're just going to need to continue being aggressive. But I think at this rate, they're going to need to be as aggressive as they've ever been. Not only is this a rivalry game, this is a playoff implications-worthy game. And at this rate, folks, a 0-0 draw would benefit nobody, only awarding them each 1 point in conference standings.
And here come Fullerton down the left-hand side. Yukita blocks off the initial cross. Connie Yukita, get in. Yukita gets the return pass, sees it run for Radisson Banks inside the Long Beach half. Still, Banks right-hand side, nearly dispossessed. Stays on her feet, though. Plays it back to Arnold. Now Arnold, a loose first touch, is going to see it. Pickpocketed by Isabella Contreras. Contreras to the top of the box for Cruz. Isabella Cruz inside the 18. Shot towards goal. Saved by Shuck. A great kick save by Aurora Shuck. It's still not out of play yet. Down towards the left-hand corner flag. Willis goes down. And Isabella Cruz is going to be the one called for the infraction. Aurora Shuck, Sergio, that is her first save of the night, and it couldn't have been more crucial. In the 80th minute, she keeps it at 0-0.
And Aurora Shuck is probably screaming, "Que maravilla," with that save. And immediately just almost half kneeling down in order to send the ball offsides off to her right.
And now a long ball over the top is going to go searching for Supa, who latches onto the end of it. Right-hand side, Supa just outside the 18-yard box. Cuts it back in field, now cuts it to Radisson Banks. Can't find Banks, though, and it's cleared away by the Titans into the bench. Aurora Shuck called upon early and often this season and late as well. She has a saved penalty already that preserved a 1-1 draw against UC Irvine at George Allen Field just a few weeks ago. Now Perez, Janae Perez that is, looks down the line. Her ball forward is blocked off by the back of Natalie Arnold. 81st minute now. Both teams still need that goal. They need those 3 points. Who's going to be the hero? Who's going to be the one to find it? Candelaria called for handball in the midfield. Kayla Oliveira had tried to clip it past Jordan Candelaria. Candelaria's outstretched hand is going to be the culprit. Mauricio Ingracia shouting instructions from the touchline, as is Damian Brown, who's already on a yellow card tonight. So many yellow cards, so many fouls in this 15-mile rivalry. Set up for a frenetic final 10 minutes. The clock continues to run here. 81 and a half have gone as Fullerton packed the top of the box. It's going to be a left-footed in-swinging delivery from near midfield into the mixer. Going to fall to the back post, and a shot towards goal off the first-time effort from Kai Lily Penn is straight into the arms of Aurora Shuck. And now exhaustion beginning to set in for Long Beach State. Brooklyn Antonucci goes down on all fours. This Long Beach State back line has been tested so much tonight, Sergio, and the first cracks beginning to show as Antonucci is slow to get up.
Antonucci does have 6 career assists, but now she's really starting to feel the pressure, the heat, the intensity of this game. Typically in a game like this, I mean, look, Brooklyn Antonucci has started every game thus far, and I think at this point during the season, not just in tonight's game, it's really started to cost her as she struggles to get up, but she is back up.
Antonucci is going to continue. She was tested so much inside those first 10 minutes, really deterred the Titans from coming at her again for the rest of the match. Now Antonucci back on her feet. Aurora Shuck ready to take the kick. Shuck will blast it towards midfield. It's going to go into the Fullerton half, but fed right back inside. Yukita has options in the midfield, looks centrally. Titans able to cut out the ball, though. A joust for the ball in the midfield. Sees it fed to the left-hand side for Oliveira. Oliveira back in field for Cruz. Cruz across the 18-yard box, and it's an own goal. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! Ruby Mansour has turned it into her own net in the 82nd minute as the cross comes across the 18-yard box. Titans had put Long Beach under pressure, and Mansour's clearance goes off the post and into the back of the net. It's 1-0 to Fullerton.
A flabbergasted Long Beach State team just walks along in pure disappointment. Meanwhile, on the other side, you have the Fullerton team and the Fullerton grandstands here just singing Viva la Vida Loca. Or so you'd think, because at this point, that's all that this game can be defined as. Crazy. And an own goal by rookie Ruby Mansour might have just sealed Long Beach State's fate, as Fullerton now has the lead.
Ruby Mansour, if this result holds, it'll be a debut to forget. She had been so solid all night long, had gone into some intense challenges, picked up a yellow card early in that first half. As the cross came into the 18-yard box, she had the opportunity to send it wide. Instead, sends it into the back of the net, just goes off the side of her foot, couldn't wrap her foot around it in time. And Fullerton, one of the best defensive teams in the Big West, now just needs to see out this 1-0 result for the final 7 minutes. This is a Fullerton team that, with a win tonight, would still have a sniff at being co-champions of the Big West with the incredible start that they had that we talked about, and with the incredible run of form that followed with a few defeats in a row. This is a Fullerton team currently, Sergio, that trails Irvine by a single point.
And if if Cal State Fullerton wins tonight, if this result holds, UC Irvine would be overtaken by Fullerton, and Cal State Fullerton would be doing 1 point to third place currently, Cal State Northridge.
And if this result holds as well, Sergio, Long Beach State's season is over before they even make the trip to Northridge. Long Beach State still under pressure, though, from Fullerton, who have not sat back just yet. They're still looking for more. The Titans, as Arnold has to cut out a through ball on the right-hand side. In the midfield to Candelaria. Yukita clips it over her defender. White feeds it further forward to Yukita, but again, the pass is too far. Now a long ball over the top once again is going to force Willis into a foot race with Kaya Lily. Penn goes out of bounds as Willis sees it out safely. We had mentioned the exhaustion in the Long Beach State back line. We had wondered at the end of that first half how much gas was going to be left in the tank for both of these teams. It seems like we're now going to get our answer as we approach 5 minutes to go. How much does Long Beach have left in them after a long season? Here's a cross-field ball to Natalie Arnold, just outside the 18-yard box, right-hand side. Driving towards the end line now, just in field from the corner flag. Arnold's cross is blocked off. Corner kick for Long Beach State. Long Beach State's bread and butter this season has been corner kicks. They could really use one right here. They're going to pack the box. It's going to be Amira White. Who else to take it? 5 assists. She leads the team. They've mostly come from corner kicks, Sergio. Long Beach has packed the box around Ranson and at the back post. White into the middle. Bounces inside the 18, and it's cleared away just beyond Antonucci's outstretched foot. Now the Titans will look for a counterattack unless Zoe Willis can send it back forward, which she does. It's headed just outside the 18. Banks' first-time volley straight into the ground. And Ranson takes it on the touch. Ranson showing off the skill. Teases Radisson Banks as well with a few touches as Banks had tried to close down the Fullerton keeper. Ranson has been incredible so far tonight and sends it forward once again. Long Beach State is able to possess off the goal kick forward. Candelaria still driving forward, looking to skip past her defender, gets it infield to Amira White. 5 minutes to go now officially as White plays it to the left-hand side for Mansour. Mansour can't get there first, and it's sent out of bounds with authority. Mansour infield to Malaya Johnson. Johnson cross into the 18-yard box looking for Yukita. It's headed away only as far as Arnold. Opposite side of the field now. Right-hand side. Looks down the line for Radisson Banks, who gets it on her touch. Banks twisting, turning, faces up her defender. Banks back in field, looking for a crossing option or looking for a shot. Banks goes down outside the 18-yard box. It's going to be a close call here. Banks sprawled along the line of the 18 on the right-hand side, and Sergio, the clock will stop as another free kick is coming for Long Beach State.
Another free kick, another time that Radisson Banks finds herself on the wrong side of these receiving ends of the challenges. Folks, we have seen Radisson Banks be extremely aggressive this evening, but at this point she's also been so aggressive that she's found herself in the middle of these challenges. Desperation is the only word that I can think of right about now with this Long Beach State team. Desperation starts to creep in with 4 or so minutes left on the clock. Radisson Banks is still down. We're still waiting word as to what is going on down there.
They're giving some medical treatment to Radisson Banks as a raucous crowd here at Titan Stadium is not quite anxious. They're feeling confident.
Oh, they've been electrifying these past few minutes after that own goal by Ruby Mansour. I've been hearing little children screaming at their highest pitch. You'd think that they were at Chuck E. Cheese receiving some cinnamon pretzels or something at this point, but they're not. They're right here at the Titan Stadium, seeing Fullerton have a 1-0 lead.
And Radisson Banks is forced to come to the sideline. The free kick is going to be taken right on the edge of the 18-yard box, right-hand side of Mira White over it. Long Beach has packed the box. Only Zoe Willis stands alone in the midfield alongside Brooklyn Antonucci and Connie Yukita. This could be a last gasp opportunity. In the 86th minute, Banks is sent forward again by Mauricio Ingracia, told to hold back by the officials as she was down for quite some time. Confusion along the touchline now as Ingracia and our officials argue about what Radisson Banks is allowed to do here. Willis comes over as well to have a conference with Ingracia, needs some instructions as to what the delivery is going to be for Amira White. Amira White, the freshman, set piece taker, has the ball inside her grasp firmly, has not put it on the pitch yet, as the official is going to keep Radisson Banks on the sideline. So Long Beach with only 10 black shirts on the pitch in their favor. Willis relays the set piece instructions to Amira White outside the 18-yard box. There will be 2 women in the wall. Ranson organizing them from inside the goal mouth. Long Beach will organize around the penalty spot, skewed to the left-hand side. This, the penultimate game of the 2025 Big West Conference schedule. Long Beach State trails 1-0 in the 86th minute off an own goal from Ruby Mansour not too long ago, trying to avoid heartbreak in the 15-mile rivalry. A set-piece opportunity now where they have been so dangerous all season long. White places the ball down, is beckoned to move it back by the official. The official still not happy with the wall. This has been a long stoppage, Sergio, in between set-piece taking and the initial foul on Radisson Banks.
Definitely the longest stoppage of this entire game, as now it looks like we're ready to go.
Waiting on the referee's whistle. Hand fighting inside the box as Amira White raises her right arm to the back post. Ranson comes to claim and does. Isaac Ranson gets up, gets the ball, and staves off a dangerous set-piece opportunity for Long Beach State. Just 4 minutes to go now, Sergio. Still 1-0 as the ball is fed forward for Long Beach State now to the left-hand side. Malaya Johnson tried to touch it along, still in bounds and now out. Titans will take their time on this throw, and you can imagine every stoppage going forward, Sergio, is going to be excruciatingly long. There's Ranson, an errant back pass. Banks picks it up, has a shot at goal, and just sends it over the crossbar. It was a miscommunication between Ranson and the center back. Radisson Banks pounced on the ball inside the 18, and on her first touch, she had time and space if she wanted it. Instead, sends it over the crossbar, and a golden chance goes begging again, and Radisson Banks is down. Half agony, half pain. You can imagine, Sergio, for whatever collision she endured and the chance she just missed.
And Janae Perez happened to be right next to Radisson Banks during that. She did shake in on Radisson Banks, who was okay. She is standing up, but you can only imagine just the sheer fury that Radisson Banks is feeling right about now, having an opportunity to score.
An opportunity go begging. 3.5 minutes to go now. Ball in the midfield. Bounced around and it's at the feet of Brooklyn Antonucci. Antonucci sees it out, and the referee's going to say that she tipped it on its way. It'll be a throw-in for Fullerton right in front of the Long Beach State technical area. Long Beach State just 2 minutes away now from the end of their season. Mathematically, Fullerton 2 minutes away from what could be a season-defining result. Off the throw-in, the Let's Go Titans chants ring around the arena. In the midfield, Supa feeds it forward, and Banks can't make the run in time. Pass from Supa was a bit too errant. It's going to go into the Fullerton technical area, and now that frustration starting to show for Radisson Banks. Sergio, final embers here as another stoppage on the throw-in as the Titans take their time.
The Titans are taking their time. Meanwhile, over in Bakersfield, it is go time for Bakersfield and Hawaii State. If this result holds for Fullerton, they don't have to worry about Bakersfield anymore.
And the Titans are able to pick off the through ball. It's at the feet of Isabella Cruz. Cruz looks back down the left-hand side for JayDe Perez. Perez infield, inside the 18. A shot towards the near post. Goes just wide. JayDe Perez started the game as a defender, has moved up and down the pitch. And now Brooklyn Antonucci is down. Committed herself at full stretch to a slide tackle. Not sure if she caught a piece of the shot from Perez, which went agonizingly wide. It's going to be a corner kick for the Titans. So yes, Antonucci got it. And Antonucci is still down. Saw her go down with cramp earlier, Sergio. And she now needs medical attention again.
So the clock will stop once again. And as they assist Brooklyn Antonucci, folks, like I said, it's go time for Bakersfield and Hawaii. Bakersfield with 13 points in the conference standings. Fullerton, as things stand right now, they would move up to 17 points, overtaking UC Irvine. Unless Long Beach State can find a miracle equalizer, Fullerton will no longer have to worry about Cal State Bakersfield, whose game has just begun.
Antonucci still receiving medical treatment. Antonucci is laid flat on her back, and both teams will retire to their benches. Should also mention just what has really been a huge catalyst in this Fullerton Titans season, as Antonucci is still down. We mentioned that rough run of form they went on that rocky road trip. Our thoughts in the broadcast booth, and really the thoughts of the entire Big West, are with Lauren Turner and Ashlyn Gwynn, the pair of sophomores for Fullerton who were working their way into the starting lineup earlier this season. 2 days after Fullerton beat UCR 3-0 in Big West Conference play, Turner and Gwynn were struck by a box truck here on campus on their way to support the men's soccer team. A big loss for this Fullerton team emotionally and on the pitch as well. We've seen an outpouring of support from the Big West from fellow teams, and week in and week out, Gwynn and Turner are in the thoughts of everybody on the pitch. We've seen a GoFundMe set up, a meal train campaign set up, ribbons worn by opponents and Fullerton alike. So this is a Fullerton Titans team that down the stretch and through these final 2 minutes are playing for more than just these 3 points. They're playing for their teammates. They're playing for each other. This is a family created by head coach Damian Brown. There's so much positivity around the culture here as things are looking bad to worse now for Brooklyn Antonucci. The cart has come out onto the pitch to pick up Antonucci. A huge loss along that back line. Antonucci has given it her all tonight. She's helped to her feet. Sergio, Antonucci has put in a shift tonight along the back line, but for these final 2 minutes, Long Beach State will have to go without her, as even the rivalry will not stop the applause raining down from the stands.
Indeed. This could very much be the end of the game for Brooklyn Antonucci. She will go with 6 career assists, no goals plus assists in 2025. She has started every game, so no doubt about it. She has started every game in the 2025 season. Bar 2, Portland and Nevada, she has played all 90 minutes. So this is definitely a huge loss for the Long Beach State team, as the Fullerton crowd still applauds, knowing that Brooklyn Antonucci will at least live to tell the tale.
Antonucci carted off, and now the corner kick can be taken. The game feeling almost secondary now to the injury to Brooklyn Antonucci. Hope she's okay, and Long Beach State will need to make a change along that back line now. Restructured as the Titans will look to time waste these final 2 minutes in the corner. They play it off of Johnson. The short corner routine works as intended. Officially now 2 minutes to go at Titan Stadium. Fullerton 1, Long Beach State 0. Ruby Mansour's own goal. The difference right now is the ball is in the corner. Once again, played off of Connie Yukita. Long Beach State unable to get possession now, and this really could be the final 120 seconds if Fullerton want it to be.
Adding insult to injury, I have a score update from Bakersfield. The lead goes to Hawaii 1-0. If this result holds to the end of the game, Hawaii would overtake Long Beach State in the points 13-10.
We mentioned that three-way tie for 7th place. Long Beach State, Hawaii, and UC San Diego. So much action around the Big West tonight. We'll bring you the full scoreboard and breakdown following the final whistle here. But as you mentioned, Sergio, that 1-0 result as it stands right now could be huge in that race to the Big West playoffs. Ball in the midfield now. Long Beach State looking to win it back. Even if they can't take a point from today's game, they'll at least want to take away their pride. 60 seconds to go now as Aurora Shuck is scrambling for a ball behind the goal. It was a long ball played forward and out of bounds, played with reckless abandon from the Titans. There's the call. 60 seconds to go. Here we go. Long Beach State needs something to save their season right now. Willis forced to cut out a long ball over the top again. It goes out of bounds inside the Long Beach State technical area. Now some more time wasting for the Fullerton Titans as the ball is played down the line. Set piece taker was able to change just once, and Amir White tries to win the ball back. White touched that one on the way out of bounds, and Fullerton will once again get a chance to throw it in down the line. 30 seconds to go. Long Beach State needs to get the ball forward and out of their own half. It's headed forward and headed back infield. Yukita fighting for the ball, is able to win possession. Looks down the line, plays it into no woman's land, and it's cleared away into the stands. No fan is going to want to send that one back onto the pitch. Long Beach State can still have 10 seconds here if they want it. Throw in down the line to Banks, who goes down. It's out of bounds, and that's going to be the last action in the 15-mile rivalry for the 3rd consecutive year. It's the Fullerton Titans who win it, and it's a crucial 3 points for Fullerton. They eliminate Long Beach State from playoff contention with just 1 game to go. And look at the jubilation in the stands. The entire Titans team runs to Isaac Ranson to celebrate an incredible moment for this team. And on the other side, a somber reaction after the final whistle from Long Beach State, who huddled together at midfield. Ruby Mansour in tears, her own goal, the difference tonight, Sergio. A heartbreaking loss in a high-intensity rivalry for Long Beach State tonight.
That is the end of the season for Long Beach State. 1 game too early for Long Beach State. Meanwhile, on the other side for Fullerton, not only will they get even better opportunity to qualify for the playoffs with tonight's win. Going into tonight's game, they had 14 points in the overall conference standings. They will go up to 17 points total, overtaking UC Irvine, who currently has 15 points. And for Long Beach State, adding insult to injury, 7 minutes into that game between Hawaii and Bakersfield, Hawaii has a 1-0 lead. If that result stands, Hawaii will overtake Long Beach State in the conference standings, 13 points to 10.
The Titans applaud their home crowd as other results around the Big West can be relayed to you now. UC Santa Barbara defeated UC Riverside earlier today. Santa Barbara has also secured their spot with that win. They're on 18 points in 2nd place. UC Riverside now looking for the 2nd consecutive season, staring down a campaign with no wins, full stop. UC San Diego and UC Irvine, the result earlier today that gave Long Beach State just a sliver of hope and a shot at the playoffs. That was a 1-1 draw between the team that Long Beach State was tied on points with and the team that Long Beach State is chasing. This 1-0 win for Cal State Fullerton tonight will go down in the books as another win for Damian Brown, the 3rd head coach in school history in his 19th season. And more reactions filtering in from the Long Beach State side of the pitch. Sergio, just a heartbreaking loss and a heartbreaking end to the season for Long Beach State.
Indeed, and especially for Ruby Mansour, who immediately just broke into tears, as you mentioned, and she still hasn't recovered. She's been going around consoling, or players have been going across consoling her. Staff from the Long Beach State team, including and even the goalie, Aurora Shuck, has gone up to console Ruby Mansour, who tonight made her debut in this team. She is a freshman from Fresno, California. And I mean, at this point, this is not the type of debut you want, but such is the sport sometimes, and this will definitely be a debut to forget for Ruby Mansour.
Ruby Mansour makes her first career start, is the culprit of the own goal that proves to be all the difference. We thank you so much for joining us tonight on 22 West Radio. This is the finale as well for us in the broadcast booth for the 2025 Long Beach State women's soccer season. For JayDe Beaudry and Sergio Morales beside me, for Alexander Prado inside the studio, man on the board for us tonight, and our entire 22 West team, we thank you for joining us. The next broadcast on 22 West Radio will be right here in Fullerton on Halloween night. If you're not trick-or-treating, tune in to hear myself, JayDe Beaudry, alongside Bruce Kuntz for another rendition of the 15-mile rivalry, this time in women's volleyball. It's a rivalry week doubleheader next week, as Long Beach State will then welcome UC Irvine inside the Walter Pyramid. Sergio, any parting words before we sign off for the final time during this soccer season.
How about even if you are trick-or-treating, come on over and join us, folks. We still have some phenomenal broadcasts headed your way. As JayDe said, we've got some great women's volleyball headed your way here in just a few days' time. So, as JayDe said, we thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you'll tune in for some volleyball soon.
Thank you so much. As Sergio said, we cannot thank you enough for tuning in tonight to the 15-mile rivalry and all season long. For the last time, for JayDe Beaudry and Sergio Morales alongside me, we will see you